up, Gemini? This is going to be your love check-in for the next 2 weeks. This is for my Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoy this video, please do give me a like, throw me a comment, share. It does help out the channel. If you're new here, I put these out every 2 weeks, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want to keep up with me as I do. I offer personal sessions. The info for that's in my description box of my video. In my sessions, guys, I combine tarot with universal law of assumption, mindset, and manifesting techniques to help you actually shift outcomes and break patterns, just as I do in my tarot readings here on this channel and all my content. So if you would like that, then you can book through the link. If you're looking for something more traditional, and also there tends to be a wait for a reading with me, you can explore your options. I've put links to my affiliates, Mystic Sense and Spiritual Blossom, in the description box as well. Mystic Sense will give you your first 5-minute reading free, and Spiritual Blossom will give you a bonus $10 if you deposit $20. So check them out if you feel called to do so. And otherwise, if you want to follow me on social media, I've put my links in the description box as well. Now, Gemini, I'm going to do my usual check-in, the person on your mind, how do they feel about you, how do you feel about them, a projected potential outcome for the next 2 weeks. So anyone that's new, tying into what I was saying earlier, I say potential tarot readings on my channel are check-in points into one version of you and your specific person that you have selected out of the infinite that you're manifesting, out of the infinite that are available right now in this very given moment. Creation is finished. All things exist at once. Your desires are meant for you. You can absolutely have anyone or any version of a person that you want. It just requires a shift in your state of consciousness and a reselection and shifting your dominant thoughts and assumptions. Circumstances don't matter. Okay, Gemini? So 5 of Pentacles, this person's feeling a bit of a disconnect and it feels stuck. There's indecision. So it's like a decision needs to be made, or there's a coldness because there's been indecision. Let's have a look. What's going on? How does this person feel? Okay, we've got the Emperor card in the reverse, the Justice card in the reverse, the King of Wands in the upright. We've got the Fool card, and we've got the Page of Cups. I mean, we've got Ace of Cups as well with the 4 of Cups. I'll take them. So what I'm getting, Gemini, it seems to be that this person, there's a wanting to take some kind of a leadership role to actually take the leap of faith with you. To date, it seems that there's been, you know, something that has been getting in the way of really bossing up to the connection. Like structure. In some cases, that is about actually committing to it. I mean, for a small portion of you, this is a situation that might involve marriage, divorce, legal matters, like unfinished business in that department. Or otherwise, honestly, guys, this could be a situation that involves contracts or legal matters when it comes to, you could be dealing with someone international or overseas, Gemini. Like, you know, it feels like there's a need to organize things in order to take a leap of faith to actually go for it, like a move or a relocation. King of Wands is an entrepreneur, so work and career also could be playing into this. But there's a need to balance things out. There seems to be to date something about, well, on one hand, not wanting to miss an opportunity, but there's been some disappointment, okay? So because it's been stuck, I picked that up when I was shuffling, right? Like there's a stagnancy, and also maybe a lack of clarity, like how can we make this work? Maybe a sense of risk in really going for it. I mean, Ace of Cups though means, you know, a rebirth, and this person, Page of Cups, wanting to make a gesture. I mean, it's like I said, a small portion of you, there's stuff that needs to be tied up in relation to like divorce or legal matters, and Page of Cups could be a child in the mix, but not all of you. I think this is a sweetness and a gesture, and there seems to be wanting to like take action and should we go for this kind of thing with the Fool card. So let me just get a little bit more on that. Yeah, because the 3 of Swords, I mean, look, I was picking up the cold energy. Some of you, there's a coldness because you are like at a physical distance, and there's been this kind of stagnancy for that reason. And for others of you, you know, 3 of Swords, there's been separation, okay, like I said, divorce or something, and children. So there's been like this hesitancy to move ahead until things are tied up, or there's hurt feelings connected to exes. And like it feels like a risk to really go for it. But I'm actually getting an energy of like, let's go for it, because an Ace of Cups in the upright is a rebirth and a Page of Cups is an offer. So there has been a bit of disappointment, hesitancy. There's now wanting to like kind of make it right, the disappointment, and a new phase. Let me see about this 3 of Swords. What's going on? I mean, exes could still be in the mix, or an ex. But I'm not getting romantic though, necessarily. I'm just getting maybe there's like lingering pain, or there's like actually it's like contractual, or it's material, okay? And otherwise, if that's not the case, it's like, okay, we need to build a structure or make a decision about how to make this work. Yeah, because there's a King of Swords in the reverse with a Six of Swords in the reverse, okay? So King of Swords in the reverse, you know, I think the disappointment here has come down to Gemini, where it looks like 1 minute it looks like it's one way, and because King of Swords in the reverse on the lighter side of things, I'm not getting a heavy energy, is fickle. So it's like, okay, let's go for it, or no, I'm not ready. Or do you understand what I'm saying? Because that's like, that's the shadow of the King of Swords. So, I mean, in some cases, Gemini, because that's an air sign, or you might be dealing with another air sign, they could be feeling that way about you. It's a bit of this indecision. Maybe it goes a bit kind of like, yes, no, disappointment. We've got the Six of Swords in the reverse though, so that to me means that they're not willing to move away from the situation completely. So I think with that Ace of Cups, that's the rebirth, you know? And they want to come out of some kind of a tension or a conflict over burdens and get to the end of the burdens. And I don't think that your situation is the burden. I think it's external factors, and possibly a little bit of a fear because of heartbreak. Or in some cases, for some of you, this is getting really specific, so you don't need to take it if it's not your story. If there's children tied up and you're dealing with someone that's at a distance, well, then this would require separation potentially, and it's complicated in some kind of a way. So there's burdens there. Now, again, don't take it if it's not your story. And guys, generally don't, you know, if there's anything here that you're not happy with, we can tweak it. But it looks to me like this person wants to take some kind of a leap. If you are at a distance, they might want to actually take a trip with you. Or if you've had tension and conflict, this is like the rebirth, maybe as a bit of a honeymoon phase. They want to take a trip with you. If you're not at a distance, they want to like get past some hurt feelings between the two of you. This person, there could be a lot of responsibility outside of this situation is what I'm getting, okay? Because we have a Queen of Cups here, and then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So it looks like there is an emotional bond, but there's been a lot of stress. The Wheel of Fortune actually is in the reverse, so it looks like this kind of, it goes round and round, as I said. Maybe it's like ready for takeoff, and then lots of burdens get in the way and lots of stress. And then it's like, okay, disappointment, you know? So they do want to get past that. I mean, we've got a Queen of Swords here. Some of you, yes, this is like a divorced pair, and that's what's played into this situation. And that's the burden and the stress and the anxiety. And for others of you, this is like one, you know, not trusting the other one, like you're not being totally like, you're not sticking to your word. Again, like, the King of Swords in reverse can be read a couple of ways. It can go quite heavy. I'm really not getting it. I'm getting this as like, are we on the same page? Are we communicating honestly? This feels fickle. Okay, stop, start. Are you going to follow through? Okay, makes sense? They want like a honeymoon phase with you. So maybe there's, you know, this is like 10 cards are getting to the end of the burdens, the end of the cycle, you know? Maybe needing to wrap up certain things, but like wanting to take some kind of a leap. And also feeling like maybe love's a little bit of a risk if things have been really painful outside of your connection, but wanting to go for it. So let's look more importantly at you, Gemini, because you manifested all of that. Sorry to anyone that is new or anyone that gets sick of me saying it, that's my channel. There you pushed out. So their thoughts and feelings anyway, and all the circumstances change when you just shift, okay? So you just need to project new dominant thoughts and assumptions, and any perceived burdens, etc. If you keep it in your awareness or focus, they stay, otherwise they just fucking go away. You just need to go to the end. So how does Gemini feel about this person right now? King of Wands. I think there's attraction and chemistry. I also feel like this is like a need to like take the lead, you know, maybe take the lead, take the leap. You also both could be entrepreneurs, and you've both got Five of Swords in the reverse, and you want to get past the tension and get on the same page. Interesting. Okay, so Gemini, how are you feeling about this person? Let's see. Okay, Queen of Cups, Gemini. That's nice. So love. Oh my God, and the Five of Swords had to come out in the reverse. See guys, so with the manifesting segues, the cards are correct. Getting past tension, conflict around Three of Cups in the reverse. Third party energy, for a lot of you, like this is, not a lot of you, some of you, this is the third party ties, like I said, like exes. I really wasn't so much getting like cheating or playing around. I mean, for some of you, if you're at a distance, it could feel a little bit like, where's the priority? The connection, or this can be like friends or going out or having too much fun and fickle, like not following through on a plan, right? Yeah, well, we've got 10 of Swords in the reverse, 2 of Wands, not following through on a plan, 2 of Wands in the reverse. So that causes pain and hurt feelings. And for some of you, there's been hurt feelings in connection to third parties, not between the two of you so much, but like it could be that there is a hesitancy because of old pain, right? Bad endings with other, maybe on both ends, Gemini. But listen, I don't like to create assumptions for you guys. This is the energy. So Gemini, equally, it's like if a person has been hurt by an ex and then you go and you watch a tarot reading and you go, that's why they're not ready. That's an assumption. That's what you're manifesting. There's equally right now a version that is ready and willing to go. So what you would need to do if that is your concern, I don't even give a shit if they have come and gone and held back. I also don't care about circumstances like things that need to be tied up or distance. That's also circumstantial, guys. You just need to go to the end. We're together. If you want to be living together, committed, or if you feel like there is third party influence still tied up, detached, they're not part of your story, they're not part of your end. You feel like this person doesn't have a plan or they don't follow through on the plan. No, they're so reliable. They go over and above to make me feel safe and secure. They love me so much. We're on the same page. We get along great. Our communication is great. Whatever, guys. I mean, you can go and look into affirmations or techniques, but essentially it's just selecting version of Gemini that has the version that you want, thinking from the end, projecting those thoughts and assumptions onto them, that they are that way. They'll even come in and say what you want them to say. It's not manipulation. You can watch my other content on it or look at some other coaches. Okay, Ace of Pentacles is in the reverse. 6 of Wands, you want success with them, it seems to date. So for some of you, you know, there's been this like lack of plan when it comes to like really solidifying the commitment, okay? And that is because, like I said, there's been tensions. Some of you, it's work tensions. It's like feeling ready because of, you know, financial matters. I mean, 9 of Pentacles came right after that. So, you know, that could be the issue. Tensions about really committing to the situation. Or for some of you, Gemini, it's like, are we really committed to this? Because it seems like it goes, all right, we're ready. And then there's like all these burdens and all this responsibility or like outside issues. And so then maybe you're like, well, or am I just going to focus on myself? 9 of Pentacles. But then you want success. Maybe you also want more attention, recognition. So you can affirm for that. I mean, we've got 10 of Cups. So you do feel like this person gives you a lot of happiness and pleasure. Okay. And then we've got Page of Wands. And you want to take things in a new direction. This is also flirtation and stuff. So maybe when it's good, it's nice and playful and flirty. The frustration seems to be about getting over some pain. I mean, for some of you, you question, maybe there's been questions around, you know, how dedicated are you? Because this is like that feeling of you're being fickle. And if there's third party energy, then maybe that it's like you're choosing other people over me. I'm really not getting a cheater or anything like that or a whatever. And I'd call it, and I'd also tell you guys what you could do with that. But like, I just think that this is like somewhere between go for it and not go for it. But either way, this person wants to come in and make an offer and have a rebirth. So you decide Gemini if you want. Like, you can go to that end as I explained. And if you can also, we shift all the time, guys. So even if this is like my projected thing for the next 2 weeks, it's like, fuck it in a bucket, walk away. If it's not your story, it's not your story. If it is your story, rewrite it, go to the end, and you can do that immediately after the reading, okay? What does this person want to come in with over the next 2 weeks? Okay, well, we've got apology with the distance, separation, distance. Okay, the ex, guys. Something about the freaking ex, or like it's not, I don't think that this is, the distance or the holding back has something emotional to do with an ex. I really don't, ex in question it says, okay? Soul contract, soulmates, partnership, spiritual union, with thinking of you, crying nostalgia, missing you, and then we have roller coaster. That's what I said, it's this whole fickleness, like, are we gonna go for it or are we not gonna go for it? And it's got to do with unfinished business, either emotionally or like not emotionally, like they're still in love with the ex, but like the pain of it, or the ex is still in the picture because of children or money or something like that, okay? Yeah, and then we've got message, communication, conversation, expressing feelings. That's that Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups, okay? And then we have self-love, finally being happy. Okay, so there's like this thing of kind of setting themselves free, I think, from like this up and down roller coaster, whatever outsiders like influence this, the burdens. And then there's jealousy. I told you, I think that might be the other thing. There could be an ex that's jealous. There also could be some jealousy issues between the two of you if there's been hesitancy to like really take the leap, right? And then we've got high value, the Empress, beautiful, sexy, abundant, confident. So there's going to be a communication of feelings. They do think you're a soulmate. They do think you're high value. They're missing you. If there's separation because there was like, you know, pull back because of old pain or some unfinished business, or there's a bit of a roller coaster, then they are wanting to, like, they feel not good about that. They want to apologize. If there's physical distance, I think, you know, they're missing you, okay? And they see you as very high value. So this would be about taking the leap. So Gemini, just focus on the parts that you like and throw out the rest and just go to the end, okay? I hope that resonated for you guys, and I intend that it helped some of you. And I'm sending you guys so much love, and I will check in with you in 2 weeks' time.